And now we're heading down the route that is the 2012 Ninja Turtles, which I hate to be the guilty party, but I never officially completely watched the show. And I watched the show, but not completely. I've gotten different opinions, and from what I've heard, it's possibly one of the most consistent of the Ninja Turtle shows, but it still stood its ground on the changes it made. And I remember hearing about the changes and was thinking, "Yo, that's unfair." And then I stepped back and thought about shows like how Spider-Man was and what Spectacular Spider-Man did, and so many other shows after the fact. Not to mention the likes of the Batman that came out in the 2000s, in which I was a big hater up until I realized it really wasn't all that bad. And I looked at the Turtle show. I mean, the only thing I had an issue with was that they chose CG as the format and certain weapon changes, which then they just end up going back to your basic weapons. Though they do find themselves utilizing other different kinds of weapons, but regardless of any of that, it's it was wrong of me to pass judgment, and from what I've heard, it's up there ranking itself possibly either over or with the 2003 series. I do hope to one day check it out, though I was already spoiled by a lot of what the show has done. And from what I'm hearing, it is possibly one of the most solid Turtle shows of all time. So I just want to watch it when I get the opportunity, and I definitely have plans on doing so. Oh my gosh. So it's wrong of me to pass any kind of judgment, but from what I can see, it is a genuinely great show, and I wouldn't mind going into it. But that's kind of how I am right now with Turtles. I'm not going out my way and watching a lot of shows. I'm hearing things, but I'm also not going to be here complaining about it if they make so many drastic changes that, let's be fair, aren't even necessary to complain about, because there's only so much you can do with the Turtles. And the thing is, I could go further on the next video because that is the right route. Because the next, let's be fair, it's quite drastic.